Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Patrick Shawn. I'm an artist in Montgomery, Alabama, and in this video, I'm going to be working on a painting that was requested by one of my followers. So let's get to it. This follower had a couple of requests for this piece. They wanted a space painting, so I'll get started on that first and let the canvas dry. While the canvas is drying, I'll pull out my Bristol paper and draw out the idea for this painting. This follower also requested a couple of characters in this painting. They want an astronaut and a corgi with a space helmet. Typically, I try to draw things the way I see it in my mind, so I'll start with basic shapes and then keep refining it and adding more detail until I get as close as I can to what I'm picturing. After my sketch is done, I can take a picture with my iPad and pull it into Procreate. Once I pull up Procreate, I can import my photo from my library. Then I'll select a new layer, change my color to black, choose my preferred brush, and I'm ready to get started. I like to use Procreate to redraw my sketches so I can play with the shapes, I can fix any imperfections that I notice, and it gives me that little bit of extra practice drawing. I'll also be able to play with the colors and shading here to make sure I really like the way it looks. This way I don't have to hope that the color I pick looks good or go back and repaint certain sections. Then I can resize my drawing to fit the exact scale that I'm looking for. Now that I have my sketch printed from Procreate and my canvas is dry, I can get it transferred. But before I do that, this follower had one more request. They wanted a galaxy in the painting, so I'll add that to the background. To add the galaxy, I'm going to work back and forth using different shades of pink, blue, and white. Now I can use my transfer paper. I'll tape it to the sides of my canvas, and then my sketch will go on top of that. While transferring, I try to be as methodical as I can, making sure I get every little line, because once the transfer paper comes off, it'll be too difficult to try to line it back up, so I've got to get it right the first time. Now that my sketch is transferred, you can see that with such a dark background, it's practically invisible. I was able to get every line like I was hoping, but it's too hard to see. So first, I'll paint all these lines to make them more visible while I'm working, which means I will have drawn these characters 4 times before I even get started painting them. Which is something I like doing because that means I get 4 times the experience from one project. Plus, I build up extra muscle memory from doing the same task repeatedly. Now it's time to paint. First, I'll cover both characters with white. The background's so dark it would bleed right through my paints. So by putting this layer of white first, my colors will be nice and vibrant, and I won't have to use 500,000 layers for the colors to be visible. As always, I'm using Master Touch acrylic paints. I like the consistency of these paints, and it's what I've been using ever since I got started painting, so I'm really comfortable with them. I've tried other paints, and even though I like them also, I feel like I get the same effect and same pigments for half the cost. So if I can make great art that people love and that I enjoy creating, then why spend 2 to 3 times more for the same thing? While working on this painting, I'm reminded of my progress as an artist over the last couple of years. From when I got started with spray paint to when I started creating and designing my own characters, and my progression into different art styles. So I'll probably make a video in the near future on how I got started as an artist and how my art style has changed over the years. The last thing to paint on this project is the corgi, which will be really fun blending all of these colors together. And now that this project is finished, let's look at some final shots. This painting's done. It's on its way to a brand new home. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and when you subscribe, let me know in the comments and I'll reply back with a thank you. Also, check out my website, pdshawn.com, where you can find more artwork, t-shirts, coasters, prints, or commission your very own piece of art. Now, before I go, I want to give a huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you guys so much for contributing to my channel and my art studio. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much. And for now, I will see you next time.